Hello, everybody. I am your host, Keg Dragon 2014. You all may call me Keg. And this is pretty much my third reboot of my channel. The first time I just posted a shitty ass, like, Reddit, not even a Reddit, it's like a Facebook video. Saying that I was gonna upload in the future. Never did. Second reboot, I posted two series Ray Racing Storm 2. Vietnam and Crusader Kings 2, but the audio and video quality for those videos were complete shit. So I thought, you know what, fuck it, let's do an entire new reboot where I have a little bit better mic quality. Still shit, but it's the best I can do. And here the game. So today we're gonna be playing We the Revolution. Well, I'm gonna call it We the Revolution because it's France, and by just the name, it's a really you're living in a revolutionary France. So, in this game, you're pretty much playing as a tribunal judge for the French Revolution. So, yeah, I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna call this the Liberation. That's a save. Now we can actually start. Now, I don't even know what the options. It's full screen. Yada yada yada. Okay, everything's fine. Let's start the game because I'm tired. Ugh. If you hear any background noises, I'm sorry. I tried my best.
I am here. Do you hear me? I gave you the best I could. Why did you disown me? I have your blood in my veins. How could you? Do I mean nothing to you? Why did you grieve for him? He was nothing. I am better than he was. People will follow in my footsteps. Father.
But that was some interesting backstory, I think. Prologue, alright. Well, that was pretty. Alright, we're finally inside the game. So I'm not gonna be talking when they have like the little in-game, dialogue, so you guys can actually hear the story. But we're pretty much a judge. I think I repeated this, but we're pretty much a judge for the Revolutionary Tribunal. So we can sentence people to death, free them, or put them in jail. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. But this is gonna be fun. Remind me next time when I want to stop drinking this cloudy rug gut. Remind me before I drink it. We're disgracing Themis. Ha! Someone coming? Oh, this woman. This was bound to happen. I told you. Barnard sounds like a bitch. Papa, you said we would go. You promised. Oh, he's my son? Wait, I'm a dad? Guessing she's my wife. Okay. Papa had a lot of work. Wait, I'm confused. So, am I the dad or he's Raymond Devonier? I can't even pronounce Devonier. I'm gonna pronounce the French names as best I can. But no, it's not the dad. Yes, a lot of heavy glasses. Oh, does that mean I'm drinking? You promised me. I can't anymore. I'm fed up with asking. Uh, so I have a little bitch of a son, a bitchy wife, and a pussy son. Well, guess I really am French. Please don't be mad at me, French people, if you're watching this. I'm just making jokes. Mama is angry because... Quiet! Today your favorite son wanted to prove he was more honorable than his father. He started a fight. A 5-year-old boy, for God's sakes. Wait, you got into a fight. A pussy boy got into a fight. Huh. I can't really call you a pussy. You're a pussy. You hear me? Where the fuck your name is. Our neighbors wanted you to explain that to them. But while you were fighting for justice and in, damn you, you bloody drunk. Oh, so I'm a drunkard? So, again, I think I am really French. Mother. Okay, Bernard. I gotta remember your name. Bernard Fideli? I'm giving up. What's happening? Oh. Documents and letters. Drag and drop documents to match the layout. Click display their content. Events react to the events. Ignoring them may have severe consequences. Okay. Notebook. Review detailed information about current events, actions, and characters. Right. Verdict. Consider the effects and decide the defendant's fate. Options. Change the game settings. Yada yada. Hierarchy. Review the current balance of power in Paris and your position therein. Okay. Intrigues. Your intrigues are complex conflicts between you and another political player. But they may turn out to be disastrous for you. Sounds about right. Influence points. Ooh. Influence points are the main currency in the game. Use them wisely. Huh. So I only have 3 influence points. Okay. Notifications. Pay close attention to the changes in your influence and relations with factions. Global modifiers. Some of your decisions and changes in the world of the game may cause global modifiers to come into action. These factors affect relations. Oh my god, I can't even say. Retribution. Reputation. God damn it. Alright, there we go. Reputation and influence. You can review them in the notebook. I had a brain fuck in my head. I'm good now, I think. What's happening here? So Judge Alexis Fideli. No, I'm gonna call you fucking Fideli. Ah, English! Fideli. Fideli. Alright, fuck it, I'm giving up. We have not expected this kind of behavior from your son. Although apparently we should have. Innocent children's play. Oh no. God, my English, I can't even read. Innocent child's play turned into an assault on our children. The younger one, Antoine, now has a chipped front tooth. We hope that you will punish your child accordingly. Should the situation repeat itself, we will react more decisively. I am sure we can deal with a gambler and drunkard, even if he is a judge. We will not let our children be hurt. Well, fuck you, asshole. Sure, I'm a drunk and maybe I gamble a little, but that doesn't demoralize my effectiveness as a judge. Do I look like a drink on the job? All right. If I did, I'll be kicked out as a judge. All right. So don't even judge me. Can't judge the judge. All right. Fucking accusing my son of being. I hope your son's tooth is fucked. All right. Fuck you. You don't insult my son for beating you. No. I guess you are justified, but yeah, I think if you're bitching at me to call me a drunk and a gambler, even though they may be true, I bet your son deserved to get his beaten. chances while linking lines of inquiry and categories. You can make a limited number of mistakes. If you make too many mistakes, the whole system will be locked. So I have four. So I can have 2 possible mistakes. There's 4 questions to reveal. Traps. Some kitchens may contain traps. Read through the faces thoroughly to find the lines of inquiry that are relevant or that are irrelevant. Okay. All right. So child's play. I'm gonna say course of events. Okay. Question discovered. Fighting. Oh, injured Antoine. Victim. Chipped tooth. That is a chipped tooth. Oh my god. Victim. Okay, discovered. Fighting children. Course of events. All questions unlocked. Alright. Questions. Gather information, influence, and the jury's attitude by questioning the defendant. Questions for the defendant. How did your play turn into a fight? Oh, okay. So, unlock questions. To ask questions, you have to first unlock them in the inquiry linking menu. Question effects. Being in the judge's good graces allows you to find out which way they will sway after they have a question. The jury, it's not the judge. God damn it. So I'm gonna ask my first question. How did your play turn into a fight? How did your play turn into a fight? Okay. Our neighbors, Antoine and John, they were saying mean things about you. They were playing guards and they asked me to pretend to be a drunkard whom they would, well, you know. You were fighting both of them at once. My boy, if you were. I had to. Yes, my boy. You beat the shit out of 2 guys when you were 1 man. Well, 1 boy. Good job. What exactly were they saying? What? Yeah. Are you too drunk to guess? Well, shut the fuck up, Bernard. You're not on trial, alright? Shut the fuck up. I was not asking you. Thank you. Alright? I'm good enough to know that when you have to shut the hell up. They were yelling that you are, well, I told them that it's not true, and they started calling me names. They called me as drunkard's son. So they were bullying my boy. Yeah, they probably deserve it. Who started the fight? I can tell you who ended it. Well, thank you, Sherlock Holmes. Dumbass. I think it was me. I kicked the one on the left and didn't want to get the one on the right, but they ended it. They knocked me to the ground and paid me back for hitting them. Well, my boy kicks the one to the left and tries to go for the right. My boy's a badass. Did you really break Antoine's tooth? Project is just a child. No fuck, dumbass. I don't know. I don't think so. Did you hit him in the face? Chipped tooth equals, did you hit him in the face? I think I kicked him, but not that hard. Oh god. Sorry about that. He beat the shit out of a boy. He kicked him in the face. He lost a tooth. He fought 2 people at the same time. He won the fight. He's acting like a little bitch. He just doesn't care. And she has the most angriest resting bitch. I think that's a rest. No, it's not resting. She has the angriest looking face I've seen in this game. And it's not a lot, but not a lot playthrough. But you can tell she's like one of the angriest people in the game. So, news. Oh, okay. Make your decision. Each decision may require a different number of influence points and have a different chance of success. Consider them carefully. Neighborhood gossip. Your predictions are no longer a secret. The fact that the other children are bullying your son because of them is a minor problem. But who is spreading those rumors? It's likely to be one of their parents. They could have whispered into their children's ears whom they shouldn't play with and why. They might even have spiced the story up with a lie. But who will hear it next? So, obviously it was the parents. So we have, well, 2 options. A third option if you really don't give a shit. Intimidate the parent will cost me 3 influence. Let's talk eye to eye. Let's talk eye to eye. Cost me 1 influence point. Or I can just ignore this. It said before if I ignore it, it could have like a lot of, well, it could have potential consequences. So I'm just gonna intimidate the parents because you know what? Fuck them. I'm a judge. Their children were bullying my son, and they probably lied to their children about it too to make them bully my son. So fuck them. Influence points. Yes, I'm out. Influence points. So what else? Notebook. Relationships. No, well, not relationships. Relations. Negative relations with factions means negative consequences for you. The February in Paris Rising. Reputation. Reputation impacts everything in the world of the game. Factions, family relations, the audience attitude, the February in the sections, and even the ability to persuade other characters. Influence points. You have a set amount of influence points per day. In the future, you will be able to increase this limit. Alright. So, this is the common folk. I have a medium relation because I have 2 relations with them. The revolutionary is medium because I have no relations. So, my reputation is 0. So, it's in between, like, loved, and I think burn me at the stake. That's pretty much what I'm getting at with this. And sections taken. Sections, I don't know what the fuck this is. And influence, obviously, influence points is this. Death penalty, prison, and acquittal. I can't pronounce that. Where's my English? Wait, there's other options. Oh, the events. Oh, family. Mathield Fideli. Mathild Fideli. Wife. She's my wife, okay, so I knew it. Born in Paris, she never had been outside the city. A woman seen by many as the perfect wife. Well, she doesn't seem very perfect right now. She takes care of the household and the children and looks after her husband's elderly father. She doesn't show it outright, but she is determined to protect her children at all costs. They are perhaps more important to her than you. Well, I bet, because she doesn't really have a high opinion of me right now. Bernard, eldest son. A slender and handsome young man. That's handsome? Alright. The weight of the current developments in France is slowly dawning on him, igniting a revolutionary zeal in his heart. To think that the revolutionary judges should only be appointed from the lower classes of society, because only such people can be considered untainted and be able to work towards the common interest, not only their personal gain. His gullibility is more dangerous than Frederick's, as his actions can carry the same weight as an adult's. People who excel in manipulating young and weak-willed minds may take advantage of his electricity. He is a fledgling yet talented fiddler, so he's a violinist. Okay. Frederick, my youngest son, the one who beats ass and takes names. I'll gain old that pussy, even though he's like, what, 5 years old? Naive and innocent, which is completely normal for a boy his age. He idolizes you and wants to be just like you, even if he occasionally disobeys his mother. He carries out his father's will to the letter. His favorite toy is a wooden sword that he always carries at his side. In his imagination, he fights against villains, just like his father does in real life. He likes to carve small wooden figures. So, no wonder why he's my favorite son. He looks up to me. He ain't a bitch like Bernard. Oh, it's perfect. And he wants to be a soldier, I think, because he carries a little wooden sword. That's adorable. Alaric Fideli, where the fuck our last name is. Aldrich, there we go. Once a moderately well-off merchant. My father, okay. Sorry. Once a moderately well-off merchant, today's a bitter old man left with nothing but feverish visions of the impossible vengeance against the Renard family. I'm guessing he's our rival family or something? The rival family against us? I don't know. Who once deprived him of his dreams? For several years, he was unable to adequately provide for his family, to give his children the same standard of living as they used to enjoy. Since you secured your new position at the court, Your family was once again able to live in a fairly acceptable life, and your father again began dreaming of returning to his former trade. However, Aldrich has grown too old and too tired to revive his long-lost career. Instead of enjoying the prestige and wealth of the Videli family, he has to bear witness to the Renard family's rise to power. Okay. That's my father. Raymond Devoy. Mentor. Okay. So the guy who was vomiting in the hall and wiping his mouth with a national flag? My mentor. Perfect. A man who just lived long enough to fully realize that justice isn't always the right answer. In this line of work, it is these troubled times, the only thing that matters is survival. At times, you must go against the interests of other people. A man with such a mindset knows that one must keep an open ear both in the parlors and in the back alleys. The blind Themis appears to him as a bedtime fable, fit as best for novice law students. Perhaps he perceives too many shades of gray morality to remain an official judge. Question mark. Okay, so this is our friends and family. Got that shit out of the way. Anything to say, boy? No. Verdict. Okay, here we go. Punishment. Make the most important decision to condemn the defendant to or deem them not guilty. Sign the document to legitimize your verdict. Well, obviously, he's my son. I'm not gonna call him guilty. He was defending my honor. You know, a 5-year-old boy defending my honor and kicking the shit out of 2 boys and knocking one of their tooth out, or chipping the tooth actually. It's perfect. That's my boy. I find the defendant not guilty. Signed. Yes. You did well. A man has to defend the honor of his family, no matter what. You're damn right he does. Oh, that's perfect. Defending our son. Those children are so small, and they already know the truth. The father of my children is a lying drunk and a gambler. Bernard used to worship you, but he soon grew up. Now it's Frederick's turn to learn the truth that echoes in the streets. Well, that explains why Bernard is a little bitch. He doesn't worship me. I am a god to him. He should worship me. Like Frederick does, alright? I judge people's lives, whether they live or die. That's my job, not yours. He is no longer feeling your anger. He knows that your threats are empty. Frederick is only starting to learn the truth about his father from the streets. I was aware that Mathilde. I was unaware that Mathilde has such a temper. As was I. Look at her face. She has a rushing bitch face, that's for sure. We will wait outside, as always. Okay. Wait outside.
Paris. Liberté! We were enchanted by the idea of freedom. We could not resist it. Whole families took to the streets. France was never so happy. We were enchanted by the idea of freedom.
Act 1. Liberté. Day 1. Okay. Expected sentences. Expected sentence finds which verdict is expected by the faction that you're close to. And no. Expected by the factions and your close one. Okay. I don't know why, but he looks like he looks like one of those vendors that just sell burritos. I'm Mexican, so I'm allowed to say this. but he looks more Mexican than French. I'm sorry, but it's true. Like, look at that gnarly mustache. It's perfect. Case file. John Renard, a 45-year-old innkeeper, has been charged with fraud, accused of diluting alcohol in his tavern, tricking his clients into paying extra. Guests came in with their minds set on a specific goal, getting roaring drunk. Perfect. But instead of staggering out after drinking 2 pitchers of wine and several pints of beer, they would sit in the inn until morning, still sober and completely penniless. The innkeeper's fraud came to light when one of the customers discovered the scam and caught the cheater in the act. Man entered the host's cellar and witnessed him diluting the alcohol with the barrel with ordinary water. As a result, customers received only 4 parts of what they paid for and 1 part from the water. Oh my god, my English. As a result, customers received only 4 parts of what they paid for and 1 part from the water carrier. Unlock questions. So, innkeeper. That's a method? No? Fucking crap. Right, diluting alcohol was a motive. No. Oh, God. Method? Okay, method. Adding water. Method. Exposing the innkeeper was a witness. Customer drunkenness was a motive. Okay, all questions unlocked. Alright, so prison will be for the common folk and the revolutionaries, and no one gives a shit about this. So they all expect him to go to prison. News. Neighborhood gossip. Most Parisians are ordinary. They have ordinary problems, ordinary consciences, and ordinary resistance to pain. They were not hardened by the revolution. The father of the family that spread the rumor of your weakness was no different. A few punches were more than enough to convince his instincts that it was time to stop talking. Effects, common folks endorsement, -2. Reputation, +1. Okay. Paris. So, okay, there's nothing to this. Gossip. Alright. Nothing new, so let's ask. In difficult times, people like to seek peace at the bottom of a glass. That is true, that's why I drink. Please introduce yourself. My name is John Renard, Monsieur le Judge. Nothing but a fraud! Jury, systematically opposing the opinion that the jury may lead to serious consequences. What, like my death? Huh, of course not. Revolutionary France, of course I'm gonna get killed by the jury. How long have you been involved in the illegal practice of diluting alcohol? It's not an illegal practice. Everyone adds a bit. In your case, it was a bit of wine in the water. Not the other way around. Have you been doing this for a long time? A few weeks at the most. It's been hard to earn a living lately. I used to run an honest business. Her wine was overspilling the glasses. Is there any proof to support your testimony? He lied it to his customers. No reason he wouldn't lie in court. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, it's like jumped. Okay. How do you feel about tricking a wary citizen? Terrible. But all I wanted was to keep my business afloat. Others don't mess around for sure. No diluting would be wouldn't be the end of me. So you decided to commit fraud so as to nothing to lose. Oh, fucking my life. So you're deciding to commit fraud so that not to lose money. If I lost my tavern, my family would starve to death. Do you have children? I do. 1 son, 2 daughters. Time to start saving up for the dowry. Then why won't you send them to work, idiot? That's about right. Please call in Thomas Leclerc. Fuck's Thomas Leclerc. Please introduce yourself. Thomas Leclerc. I wouldn't guess. I'm a regular at John Renard's establishment. How long have you suspected that something was wrong with Mr. Renard's alcohol? How did you catch Mr. Renard in the act of diluting wine with water? So, it looks like if I choose one of the options, it locks either of the options. So, I gotta think this through. So, A witness. The man entered the cellar's witness and caught the cheater in the act. That must be... guy. So, how did you cast system without diluting wine with water? Oh, crap. Oh, I missed that. I know. So it happened that one time I got lost, and instead of, I end up in the cellar where I saw Renard adding water to the barrels. Do your drunks drink a lot? Taverns regularly usually drink a lot. So you have been selling plenty of wine. Quite a lot, yes. And yet you have been paying taxes on the amount of wine you have bought. Not the correct amount of wine. You have been selling, correct? I don't understand. Of course you don't, you're a fucking innkeeper. I'm an educated judge. You have been paying taxes on 4 wine barrels, but by adding a quarter of water to each, you actually made money for selling 5 barrels of wine. Oh, loophole! That's one way of putting it. Perhaps it's correct. I'm not too good with numbers. Of course you're not. You're diluting wine with water. You got caught in the act. But of course you're not good with numbers. You are not good with numbers, yet you're good enough to calculate what that fraud pays off. Oh, I'm just roasting his ass. I wasn't aware. Liar. I will take that answer into account. The judge has exposed the bastards! You're damn right I exposed his bitch ass. Is that all? Okay, no. So, my verdict. The jury votes in favor of incarcerating the defendant. They will find the punishment sufficient. Yeah, this guy kind of cheated. I'm a drunkard. I drink a lot. And if I went to his tavern, I wouldn't be drunk. I'll be very disappointed. So yes, you're going to prison. Fuck you. I sentence citizen John Renard to prison. Lead the condemned out. Huzzah! Long live pure wine! Unlock questions, influence of the jury. So, I'm good with the common folk, I'm good with the revolutionists, so I won't be killed. Thank goodness. Moving on. After a trial, click to move to the next part. Oh god, this is gonna be a hard name. Jacques Louise David. May I remind you that you promised to join me? I have a feeling that tonight's spoon favors gamblers, though it does not favor spouses. God should grace us with wives who understand the importance of an evening game of dice. They should also know that the right amount of wine guarantees a lucky roll. I should go home. Bring a judge to the game has benefits. Other players will surely not cheat. That is not a strong argument. My name is Jacques Louise David. I am but a humble painter, not a silver-tongued judge. So I'm trying to do a French accent just because he has a very French name, so I was like, you know what, go with this French accent. I'm not going to go with it till you guys get annoyed. I'm sorry. You are a sly politician, Jacques. Ah, damn it. Jacques. As a politician, I sound more British. As a politician, I understand the importance of keeping promises. And you, my friend, are trying to get out of yours. Do I keep my promise or go home? Well, a man of his word. They're going to be gambling and drinking, so I'll be a man of my word. But my wife is pretty pissed at me. Especially since Frederick got into a fight and she was proud of him like I was. I think I should go home. I should go home because Mathilde, whatever her name is, my wife, got pretty pissed off. She had a really pissy bitch face right in this area. She was pretty pissed off, so I'm just gonna go home before I get my ass whooped by her. Not tonight, Jacques. Alright. So it looks like the wife's happy. And I look depressed. The table looked so depressed. The food would look kind of good. But my face was just a stern... I rather not be here. Oh. What? ... Do you not want to berate me like you always do? I'm glad you're home. Are you aware that Frederick sometimes imagines you as a deep-sea sailor? He dreams that you visit distant countries that have wonderful adventures. My boy has quite the imagination, but he would rather have you by his side, on land. We all want that. I don't want to watch the storm blow your lifeboat away and bury it underneath the waves. Wow, that's pretty powerful speech there, wife. There are no waves. The storm is getting closer. Dark clouds already hanging over the shore. Just wait until they finish building the guillotine. Your oars will break at once, and the waves will take you to a place where you wish you never set foot on. A place without us. Oh. I love the art style. Your family loves you, but they won't find you in the darkness that has already begun to reach for you. Oh. Man, this is powerful stuff. Here's an action from the panel. Family actions. Upon returning home, you can decide how you can like to spend the rest of the day. Various actions. Each action will affect the other members of the family, as well as their attitude towards you. Each character's attitude can provide you with or deprive you of certain bonuses, reputation, or relations with the factions. Youngest son. Your youngest son is special. His attitude makes the other family members like you slightly more. Take good care of him. You're damn right I am. Demonstrate. Okay, so I have four options: paragraphs and codes, Viola concerto, demonstration, evening stroll. So paragraphs and codes. Bernard's musical interest notwithstanding, he needs to learn some more prospective skills, and law can be an art in this own right. So it looks like I'm going to be hurting my relationship with Bernard, my wife. Patrick doesn't give a shit. My dad would like that, but fuck him. Viola concerto. Bernard needs to learn how to deal with the stage fright if he wants to be a professional musician. You will have to endure an hour of racket. So it will increase the relationship with Bernard, my wife, and my youngest son, but my dad would be pissed off. So take demonstration. Take your sons to a pro-revolution demonstration. Let them see the real life up close. That will increase my relationship with my two sons, but my wife and father will be pissed off. So it looks like my father's for the people, like the common folk. My son's with the revolutionaries. Yeah, on the people, on the revolutionaries. Influence on family relations, and my wife's influence on my reputation. Okay. Evening stroll. You take your family for an evening stroll around Paris. It will let your father stretch his old bones a little. Okay, so to get the most, this will damage me. These two would damage me the most since I lose pretty much two relations with my wife and oldest son with the paragraphs and codes. Demonstration damages my relationship with my wife, which I don't give a shit about, and my father, which I don't give a shit about either. Just my two sons, well, like me. But with the Viola concerto, I'm just gonna call it Viola concert, an evening stroll. It will improve my relationship with my family, but not my father. He can go suck a cock. You know what? I'm gonna take my family on an evening stroll around Paris, but he can stretch his old bone. Good job, Aldrich. You know, yeah. Evening stroll. Influence increases. Yeah. Hey. Day 2. Well, guys, this is where I'm going to leave it off. The video's kind of going a really long time, and yeah, I'd rather have it like a long ass video. Maybe the first part will be a long ass because we're getting into the game. But see you next time, guys. So long. Take care.